I met Mrs. Fern, I think it was back in 1992. My girlfriend at the time worked at Precision and said, you know, there's this lady I know. I was a massage therapist at the Escondido Athletic Club. Said she knew Mrs. Fern, and Mrs. Fern needed somebody to give her massages. And I said, well, does she pay? All right, I need the work. So I met Mrs. Fern, and I think she booked me for 10 massages, paid cash up front. She would get about a 15-minute back rub and talk for about 45 minutes. This isn't too bad. So one day we were talking about her company, and as most people, you went, brochure distribution. What's that? Well, we do all this stuff, and I kept saying, oh, so you work with chambers of commerce? No! Conventions and visitor bureaus. Okay. You know, I mean, I wasn't in the tourism industry at all and hadn't been around for that stuff at all. And we were talking one day, and somehow or other we got on the subject of Montana. I said, you know, my dad's from Montana. I've got relatives in Montana. She says, well, I'm buying it. You want it? I thought, well, state. Sounds good to me. I'll give it a shot. You know, we talked a few more times and this and that, and she introduced me to Bill and Pat and to Certified Folder Display. And a couple weeks later, I was on a trip to Montana in February with Bill Deering, who I've only known for a couple of days, I think, or a couple of times met, and we spent a week driving around Montana looking at a company called Montana Info, and had a few beers, had dinner a couple times, and Bill looked at me one time and said, you know, we're buying you a job. What are you going to do with it? You know? I said, well, I don't know. So, you know, I've been in San Diego about 4 years, and I've had about enough of it. And Montana's nice. It's a beautiful place. And I think it was about 3 weeks later, they gave me a van, a trailer. Said, put your stuff in there and head on out. A little over 20 years ago today, March 1, 1993, I drove into Montana all by myself, and I've been there ever since. And I talked to Mrs. Fern quite often those first few years, and this and that, and when she was still working here at the office, and talked to her and saw her, visited her a few times throughout the years after that, and loved the lady. There's no one like her. You know, she was great, and she never minced words. She wasn't happy with what you were doing, she'd tell you. And you had no doubt how she felt about it. But, you know, I'm glad to be here still, and Certified is a great family, and, you know, just happy I'm still here.